Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Today we're taking a look at the 1989 Mazda Eunos Roadster Normal. Yeah, that's its actual name in this game. It's great. There's 3 different versions of the NA MX-5. There's a Normal, this, the S Special, and the V Special. V Special's like the luxury one, S Special's the sporty one, and then there's this, the Normal, which is brilliant. This one is using NA tuning, so because there are 6 NAs in this game, 3 of them are using natural aspiration, 3 of them are using turbos. There's going to be a mixture of racing mods, because for the most part these all have the same racing mod. So yeah, this is one of these cars that I've tried to sort of diversify a little bit with the different states of tune they're going to be in and racing modifications and so on. I'm not a big NA MX-5 person, I will admit, but Mariner Blue, I'll never turn down Mariner Blue. This one is front engine rear wheel drive, obviously, 208 horsepower, 901 kilos of weight. It should be pretty good, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to get 6 laps of the motorsports allowed at track set best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the TVR Cerebra LM Edition, 28.620. The Eunos Normal is unlikely to beat that. The Eunos Normal is probably going to be towards the bottom of the leaderboard. Toyota Sprinter Traino, 31.849. I don't think we're quite getting up to that height. There has been a Mazda Roadster go around here before, but it was the D-Rights car with no upgrades, so 34.923. I am expecting this to be about a second quicker than the D-Rights car, if I had to guess, because this isn't turbocharged, and as we've discussed before, natural aspiration is not the best tuning for the circuit, because it means you make a lot of power at the top end, and I tried to change gear as little as possible, and because we're using the stock gearboxes, they are as long as they would be. So with natural aspiration tuning, it really does depend on how good the stock gearbox is. You don't want the gearbox out of that Altezza we had last time. Okay, that's decent. The Altezza's gearbox didn't really do well for its state of tune, so yeah, that's the crucial thing here. But these, I think the turbo ones are definitely going to be the way to go. But I'm not expecting these to be massively quick anyway. We've seen before, rear-wheel drive is not particularly what you want on this course. Well, rear-wheel drive, and also the fact that these don't make all that much power, it's not ideal. I say rear-wheel drive is not the way to go, obviously ignoring the TVR Cerebra LM Edition, of course, and a smattering of others that have been quite quick. But on a whole, front engine rear-wheel drive is just going to be the weaker drivetrain compared to front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars. But still, this should be... It's actually a nice car to drive this. I think it doesn't make enough power for the rear-wheel driveness of it to really become an issue, and because it's sort of a slow car from default, the gearbox for this is lovely with its ratios. Yeah, you're not really like constantly changing or having to get into the power band or whatever, just because it's sort of a nice sort of short gearbox, but also because it doesn't make a lot of power, it's not really spinning the rear wheels up all that much. I think the turbocharged version of these cars is going to be more of a problem. We'll try and get a decent run up out of this final corner. What did I say? 31.8 was that Sprinter Traino. If we can get this into the 31s, I'd be impressed. Something tells me probably not quite going to fly that high, but we will see. Almost went into the tyre wall, but not quite. It's always the problem with that corner, is you never quite know if you're going to end up in the tyre wall or not. We are on for a quicker lap here, though. If we can get this final section together, which we can. Run to the line, 32.088. Not bad. Not bad at all. Considering the power deficit this car has, and also, as we've discussed, you know, this isn't really... As much as you'd look at it and go, yeah, an MX-5 around the go-kart track would be a lot of fun, it's not really well set up for it, per se. at least in terms of the game, but that did really well, actually. 32 point, what was it, 088. Could have been a little bit quicker through that final sector. Maybe you could push it into the 31s, but it wouldn't have gone much higher than that, in all honesty. 32.088 will put it into 29th place. It beats out the Daihatsu Terios Kid Aero down, Volkswagen Polo, beats out the Plymouth Cuda and that Altezza we had last time out. It is almost 3 seconds quicker than the D-Rights car, which I can't say is all that surprising. Loses out slightly to the Sprinter Trainer. I think the Trainer made significantly more power than this did. So if this non-race modded NA-tuned Eunos Roadster goes there, I think in terms of the turbocharged ones and the racing mod ones, they are going to be quite quick. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Anyways, that's it for this edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Do hope you've enjoyed. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.